Now we'll begin to code our web pages locally. I'm going to start off by showing you the initial setup. We'll be working through this in the next few lessons, but we're going to learn how to build web pages using clean, meaningful HTML structure. We'll start off by setting up the web project correctly, and then we'll move into actually creating the HTML code for a small website. Let's start by setting up our files and folders. As I've mentioned before, the process of building a website goes through several steps. We generally start off with the site map. From there, we'll work on creating the design, and then we'll get into the code and actually making the semantic HTML. Keep in mind that in order to write good HTML, we combine the site map, which gives us the overall structure, the design comps, which provide the visual layout, and the semantic HTML, which gives us meaningful code. This ensures that our code is organized, accessible, and easy to understand. The site map will tell you what pages exist, the design tells you what's on the page, and the semantic HTML is how you describe that in code. So before we write any HTML, we need a plan. Professional developers don't jump straight into code. First, they think about structure, layout, and content organization. This helps us to avoid messy code, choose the right semantic elements, and build more maintainable websites. For this small website project, we're going to be working with 3 pages: a home page, a topics page, and a resources page. Let's get started by building our folder. I'm going to be working in a folder called websites. In theory, this would contain a number of web projects that I might be working on. I'll create a new folder. I'm going to call this Dive into Code. And inside the Dive into Code folder, I'm going to create my root folder. This is going to be the web folder that I will be working from. Now that I have the root folder, I'll go ahead and open this inside of Fenix Code. My preferred method of opening a project in Fenix Code is to simply find the root folder and drag it into the Fenix Code Editor window. This will allow you to open the project. As you can see, I've now opened the root project. This folder does not contain any subfolders nor any files at this point. Let's go ahead and make those folders and files now. I'll make a file by simply right-clicking in this sidebar area. From here, I can choose to make a new file or a new folder or do a number of other operations. I will start off by selecting New File, and I'm going to name this file index.html. It's important that you give the file the appropriate extension so that your code editor knows what type of file you're working from. As soon as I name this file index.html, you can see that I get some boilerplate content already in Fenix Code Editor, waiting for me to begin coding the website. We'll come back and modify this in just a few minutes, but for right now, I'm going to focus on the structure. In addition to this page, I'm going to be creating 2 other pages. We'll go ahead and we'll create a folder to house any additional pages. I'm going to name this folder Pages. Then I'm going to right-click or control-click on the Pages folder to create a new file inside of that folder. This one's going to be called topics.html, and then I'm going to create one more called resources. If you accidentally create the file outside of the appropriate folder, it's not a big deal. You can simply grab the file from the sidebar and drag it into a folder where you want that file to reside. So now I have my resources and topics files inside of the pages folder, and then the index file is in the root folder. You can see that the structure is now showing up in my folder as well. In addition to the pages folder, I'm also going to make another new folder. This one's going to be called CSS, and this will ultimately contain my CSS-based files. We're not going to worry about putting any files in here at this point because right now we're simply focusing on HTML. As you can see, I have bullets next to all of these files, and that's because at this point I have not yet saved any of these files. As soon as you save a file, that bullet will disappear. So currently I'm on the resources.html file. If I hit Command or Control S or File, Save File, you can see that the bullet goes away. So I just wanted to point this out because if your file is not rendering correctly, it may be because you haven't saved it and you might not be looking at the most updated file. I'm going to go ahead and change the title of this page to be Dive into Code, and then I'll say Resources. Keep in mind that it's important to use a meaningful title on all of your pages so that when the page is bookmarked or when it displays in the browser, that title will display. If we save the Resources page, and let's just open this inside of a browser, you can simply do that by double-clicking on the HTML file or right-clicking and choosing Open With. Because Chrome is my default browser, when I double-click, this will open inside of Chrome. Here is my resources page, and as you can see, it doesn't have any content on it, and that's because we haven't placed anything inside the body. It does, however, say resources in the title, and that's because we've provided a title right here in the title tag. I'm going to go ahead and add meaningful titles to my other two pages. I'll go into Topics, and I'll change the title to say Dive into Code Topics. We'll save that, and then I'll go into Index, and I'm simply going to title this Dive into Code, and then we'll say Learn how to code web pages. I'll also want to create one more folder inside of root, and that is going to be an images folder. This is where I'll place all of the images that I plan on using within my project. Now all my web pages have meaningful titles and they're located inside of the root folder. At this point, I'm ready to move on and begin coding the actual web page. Before I do that, I want to show you the plan, as this will help us decide what HTML tags to use when we code the web pages. We'll go ahead and look at that in our next lesson.